Okay, so here's the thing. Sometimes it's a little bit risky to mess around with classic franchises from the past. And the truth is that the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy is a masterpiece, and it's still very dear for the fans that played it back in the day. But the games that followed the original trilogy, the main games, were not that good. Now, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. It was a risky move, but it was worth it. Because this, my friends, is a great game. And greetings YouTube gamers, welcome to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro and welcome back to the channel. That is right, Crash Bandicoot, It's About Time. It was about time, finally, Crash is back with a kick-ass game, let me tell you that. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the original trilogy. I was there back then with the PS1, and I also played a couple of the games that followed, and also the racing games, but I mean, it is not the same thing. Then the Insane Trilogy, the remake of the original trilogy, was indeed a very good one. I would say that it is one of the best remakes of this current generation. And now we have the follow-up. We have Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Now, this is a sequel slash reboot of the series because this is a direct sequel of the third game released in 1980. So it is the perfect follow-up to the remakes, to the remake trilogy, Insane Trilogy. And is this game a brand new approach to the franchise? Is this game aiming to get, new fans for Crash Bandicoot? Or it is more of a fan service to the old school fans like myself? First things first, let's start with the graphics and the sound. Let's just take that out of the way. Graphics, what can I say? The game looks beautiful. It is colorful, it is vibrant. I thought that it was going to feel exactly the same as the remakes, but no, it actually feels and looks better. And I was a little bit afraid that they were going to mess up the model, which happened in the past, unfortunately, with Crash Bandicoot. But no, it feels and plays like Crash. There is no question about it. This is a Crash Bandicoot game. Although I have to say that I experienced a couple of frame drops, especially in cutscenes. But take this with a grain of salt because I'm playing the PS4 version on a regular PS4, so I don't know about on PS4 Pro or the Xbox One. But yeah, I did got a couple of frame drops, again, especially in cutscenes. And there's a lot of cutscenes in this game. It's about 40 minutes, more or less, of cutscenes, which is a long time, for a platformer. And about the music, well, it feels like a proper sequel. It sounds exactly like Crash Bandicoot. It's catchy, it's uplifting, it has these, tribal elements to it. Gameplay, and probably the most important part, because in a platformer, and especially Crash Bandicoot, it's all about the fun. It plays well, it plays very well. I think that, veteran gamers will be right at home with this one. But it is also one of those games where it's easy to just grab and play. It's easy to learn, but difficult to master. There is no question about it. It has the right amount of challenge, and it is one of those games where it is constantly rewarding you. And I was curious about it because right from the first level, I'm good at playing Crash Bandicoot, let's face it. I mean, I played hundreds and hundreds of hours, on the original trilogy. So I will admit that I was a little bit cocky at first, and I don't know if it is just for the fact that, I'm getting older and getting worse at games, but the game felt a little bit more difficult. Not frustrating, nothing like that, but difficult compared to the previous games. And about the story and the plot of the game, well, the classic villains are back again to take over. I'm talking about, of course, Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka. And they're back with the aid of the evil doctors, and that's Entropy, and Jin, and Nitrous Brio. This time, the bad dudes are breaking through space and time in order to conquer the universe. But this time, Crash has some new allies of its own, the Quantum Masks. Now, the Quantum Masks, I was very excited when I first saw, the gameplay trailer, but I was a little bit concerned because I thought that it was going to be more of a gimmick, but it turns out that they bring, new flavors and new elements to the game, and not to the point where it feels like a brand new game, but it feels like an evolution of the Crash Bandicoot formula. Crash gains brand new abilities with these masks like bending gravity and time, and these new abilities really give a brand new vibe to the levels. It is a very interesting new approach to the game indeed. But we also have some classic good guys on our side. For example, Coco, Crash's little sister, and we can play the entire game with Coco. I like playing with Coco, but I'm more of a Crash guy. And 3 more new playable characters like Cortex himself. We also have Twana, Crash's old girlfriend, and the one and only Dingodile, who abandoned crime to open a restaurant. It's Dingodile, what can I say? And it is my personal favorite of the brand new 3 playable characters. I love Dingodile. When playing with Dingodile, I kind of have this, weird Luigi's Mansion vibe to it. Maybe because, of its gun. And Dingodile is one of those Crash Bandicoot characters where, it's so different, but at the same time it fits so well in the theme of the game. And I would dare to say that Dingodile should deserve its own standalone game. I think that it will be very interesting. Now, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned replayability, and let me tell you guys, replayability is the theme of this brand new Crash Bandicoot game. For all of the completionists, for all of you who want to go platinum, you are going to have, your hands very occupied with this one. We have extra levels like flashback levels, we have the classic time trials, we have more gems to collect than ever in any Crash Bandicoot game. And let me tell you guys, good luck in breaking all the boxes in this one. We also have an inverted mode, and we have a lot of unlockables like skins, costumes and stuff like that. So for me, when it comes to a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, well, the first run is really to finish the game, but then it comes to replayability and unlocking everything. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in this one, because, due to the lack of time. But again, if you're a completionist, you will love Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. The classic level design is still there, although I must say that the levels in Crash Bandicoot 4 feel a lot longer, and since the theme and the story of this one is multiverse, I mean, we do have a lot of different scenarios and elements. We have, dinosaur levels, we have more futuristic levels, tribal levels, different vibes, different concepts, but I mean, they blend so well together in this unique game. The boss battles are very fun, very original, and also very challenging, more challenging than the previous games also. And there is not much more for me to say because in its essence, like the original trilogy, this is a simple game. It is a simple game, like it is supposed to be, like a Crash Bandicoot game is supposed to be. Do we have a little bit of fan service? We do, but it is not forced. And you can see that the team behind this game paid a really close attention to the original games, and they approached this project with a lot of respect and consideration. And for me, the main ingredient for a kick-ass Crash Bandicoot game, and this is something that I still haven't spoken about, is the humor. It needs to have that humor on it. I played the original Crash Bandicoot game back in the day when it was released. I was 8 years old. And for me, it always felt like, a Saturday morning cartoon, if you will. And the character, Crash Bandicoot, was actually inspired in the Looney Tunes. And so it has this, childish humor, but it works, even for me, and I'm 32 now, and it still works for me. Even if you guys didn't play the trilogy, I think that this is a great place to start playing Crash Bandicoot, but if you're an old school fan, let me tell you guys, you will not be disappointed with this one. This is the long-awaited follow-up to the trilogy that we love so much, and I will dare to say that it is one of the best. It is one of the best Crash Bandicoot games ever, hands down. And I think that this game will be the gateway for the continuation of the Crash Bandicoot franchise. So fingers crossed for a future Crash Bandicoot 5. The PlayStation 5 is coming, Crash Bandicoot 5, who knows, fingers crossed. And I mean, Crash for me is still the mascot of Sony, even though it is not an exclusive anymore, and that is totally okay, but the heart and soul of Crash Bandicoot is very present in this game. And what can I say, guys? I'm very happy. I love the game. And let me know about you guys. Let me know down below your thoughts on Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Are you an old school Crash Bandicoot fan, and did you play the original trilogy back in the day on the PS1? Or is this game your introduction to the series? So let me know down below. Guys, if you have a little bit of an extra time, feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put a like on this video. Please subscribe to the channel and take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community, and game alive.